started to grab a little bit. It won't come back down anymore. Typical Nissan CVT transmission failure. Will not go down any more than this. I gotta get this thing shut down, man. It's making lots of noise. This thing is. I gotta pull off. I got all kinds of grinding sounds coming up from under it. I just want to find some place to go pee. That won't go. My foot's to the floor. It won't go. Sometimes if you shut these things down and turn them off and on, they'll reset. I'll try it. Turn it back on. Let's see how it acts here. I'm just going to turn around. Somebody's driving. Seems to be acting a little better now. Sometimes you can get that computer to kind of reset and you get the solenoids failing in there. But it won't be long before it completely fails. Come on, go, 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 go. There, Ryan goes. Okay, it's getting me back. It's getting me to Springfield. Let the next person worry about it. Hey folks, it's Tom and Frugal Prepper. So I'm just out here in the garden. I thought I'd do a quick little walk around. So these are my cherry bell radishes. And I'm letting go to seed so I can save the seeds. But look how many that radishes down there. It's huge. But this one's getting ready to flower. And then I've got my beans planted in there amongst them. So just did like a partial row of Blue Lake pole beans. Grew up these strings. These are my Boston pickling cucumbers. They're looking happy and healthy. Climbing up the strings. They even smell all cucumbery. And these are all supersonic tomato plants here. They got their first pruning yesterday. And so these are this one on the end's a beefsteak. It's finally coming out of its transplant shock and starting to grow. And then I've got two early girls, supersonic. That's a mortgage lifter heirloom, and the rest here are supersonics. These are my shell peas. They are flowering, so they're happy peas. And then here's potatoes. These are some happy potatoes. So ever since I treated with DE, I haven't seen any more beetles. But if we get some eggs that hatch and I see some more, I'll treat them again. But the foliage is just growing so fast and so prolific. I just don't think the beetles could eat it all. They kind of fell over a little bit and then they're growing back up again. Some potatoes do that. These are my beans. So some did not germinate and some got dug out by some kind of animal that got through my fence. So I just replanted with a shorter variety beans, so they should come to maturity about the same time. So, but there's definitely enough there that I'll get a harvest out of them. And these are the onions. Some have died. These were straight rows across. But they're actually getting greener and growing like they're happier now. I've got to get out here and weed them with the circle hoe again. Of course, this is going to be squash and tobacco plants here soon. That's an eggplant. The rest of these are all banana peppers. Getting happy. I saw one had a bloom on it. I should probably pinch it off, but I don't know if I'm going to. Oh, it's starting to grow some little banana peppers on that one. Just can't keep up. Pinch some blooms off. And so over here is spaghetti squash, pumpkins, and a butternut squash, I think. So this plant's not as happy, but the rest of these are pretty happy. So this guy started off small. He was the runt of the litter to begin with. We'll see if he's looking happier now. So then up here, let's see, up here I got this guy's a little wilty. I better see if he's got water. He might just had too much sun. Let's see if he's damp. He's nice and damp, but that's just summer squash. Then I've got a smaller summer squash that was started 2 weeks later here. They're both going to get transplanted soon. And these are tobacco plants here. They're just kind of out here hardening off, getting ready for transplant. About mid-June is when those will go in the garden. Oh, and I'll show you too. Planted some strawberries and raspberry back here. They're happy. I got this poly electric fence stuff this year. It works really good. Here's the strawberry plants. Even though that soil looks dry on top, it's wet under there. And they're green and growing. And these were just bare whip transplants with no leaves. You can see they're coming along there. And this had no leaves on it when I transplanted it too, and you can see it's happy and growing. When the berries get a little bigger, I'll put some mulch down. That's not the lighter method, but I find that stuff like this, where I'm not going to be watering it every day, just does better with a little mulch. But I don't want mulch in my garden with my regular vegetables because too many pests and disease. So, yeah, that's how it's coming. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.